Pleasure.
Thanks so much. Now, we are only days away from the start of the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. Norway, Canada, Austria. Sure, they'll all win plenty of medals, but who cares? We want to know about the underdogs, the single-person team representing a country without snow, using borrowed equipment. And Lucas de Jong is here to tell us about those teams. Lucas, what have we got?
John, do you remember this morning when you said to me, go into the newsroom and find a few stories from countries around the world? Well, John, I did one better. I found an athlete. This is Luke Stein. Luke is 20 years old and he's going to represent Zimbabwe for the first time, Zimbabwe's first athlete in slalom at the Winter Olympics. Luke, I have to ask you, Zimbabwe's got no snow. How'd you get into this and how'd you make it to the Olympics?
I'm not hiding any mountains in Zimbabwe. Well, I was living in Switzerland and France for 3 or 4 years. We went on family holidays, to the Alps, just recreation skiing. So that's where, recreationally I started skiing. Then once I moved to London, I kind of joined the dry slope skiing, racing scene. And then I got invited to different academies around Europe. So that's how it all kicked off.
I have to ask you, nervous first time? What's your thoughts?
I've been so busy the last month, I haven't even been able to think about nerves or anything like that. So I think it's going to kick in when I arrive at the opening ceremony in a couple of days.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure Zimbabwe, you'll do them very proud. Now, if you want to see Luke's full interview, the best of luck to you. If you want to see his full interview, you need to watch Focus on Africa tomorrow at 5:30, and he'll be chatting to them. But we're taking a journey to Tonga now, because Tonga, Pierce, your sports reporter here, Tonga, no snow, yet they're sending a team. Tell us more.
It's an extraordinary story. He's a 26-year-old man called Bruno Banani, or that's supposedly what we're meant to believe he's called. He's actually called Fuhea Semi, is what his name was when he lived in Tonga. Somehow he got involved in a marketing company in eastern Germany that changed his name by default to Bruno Banani, which happens to be the name of a major underwear firm in eastern Germany. He will be going to the Winter Olympics. He is Tonga's first ever competitor, and he will be competing as Bruno Banani. And obviously this is ambush marketing at its very best and goes entirely against everything that the IOC or the International Olympic Committee believes shouldn't be happening.
But he's got funding, hasn't he? And that's the most important thing.
He's got funding, and he's apparently fulfilled the wishes of royalty in Tonga that they do indeed one day get somewhere from the sun-drenched Pacific Islands to a Winter Olympics.
Yes, thank you very much. The journey now continues this way. We're going to go down and talk to the Nepalese service. Navi, Nepal has got one man heading. He's not a young spring chicken though, is he? He's a bit old.
Yes, he's a bit old. Here is a situation that the country needed someone to do this doable sport in Winter Olympics. This is the only one that Nepal thought is doable. And then, he is there, not inside the country, although outside. So there was this meeting point. The country wanted someone. There he was, who's done it twice already. This is the third time. But he says that, doesn't matter, he might be the last, but he would be the first to teach the country how to do it, even in Winter Olympics, bring in young talents and do it there.
Excellent. And he's competing in, what was the race again?
Yeah, it's the cross-country ski.
Cross-country ski.
Yeah, so and Nepal, thought this is the only doable thing. And, this guy has done it twice. And third time, let's see how it comes.
Excellent. Navi, thank you very much. The final country, we've got so many good stories here, John, to share with you, is Hong Kong. Laura Westbrook, you're from Hong Kong, and there's a one-man team, the first man, I believe, that's going to be representing the island.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting. Hong Kong's quite excited about this, especially the younger generation, because Barton's only 20 years old, and he's competing in the 1,500-meter speed skating event. And what makes this even more sort of impressive is that Hong Kong rarely gets below 10 degrees, and doesn't have any ice rinks that meet international standards. So Barton learned to skate at ice rinks in shopping malls, and I can tell you those shopping mall ice rinks get pretty crowded. He's since gone on to train in Vancouver and is currently in South Korea. Now Barton says he's quite nervous in case he gets picked to carry the flag for Hong Kong, but considering he's the only Hong Kong athlete, we're pretty sure he's going to have that honour. What we're not so sure about is whether he's going to get any medals, but he's training really hard. And just to give you an understanding of how hard he's training, he says he spends every night sharpening his blades.
Excellent, Laura. Thank you very much. John, if there's one lesson I can take from all this, all these one-man teams, no snow, no problem. Winter Olympics Sochi is going on at the end of this week.
Fantastic. Lucas, really great stories. Good stuff.